G'day guys, Jason here in the other farm. I'm actually on the Tribe property this afternoon. As you can see, I finally dragged my mineral feeder out. So it's been probably 4 or 5 months ago, 6 months maybe, since I've done the build. So I haven't used it, but I finally got my minerals, you see from the last video. So what I'm going to do is get prepared. There's a bit I've got to do, hook up the quad and drag it down for the move tonight when I bring the girls into the new cell. So let's get stuck into it. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I've got some ear tags. What I did is I wrote the supplement on the ear tag. What I plan doing is screwing them up to the back ear. So then we know what specific mineral belongs in what compartment when we go to top it up. So guys, before I load up with mineral, I might just tow it around the yard because I haven't towed it behind the quad before. I know it's going to be 100 plus kilos thereabouts, so I just want to make sure it tows it quite comfortably before I load the mineral in. No problem whatsoever. Let's load her up and we'll get her down the bottom. Before I tip these minerals in, I just want to go through a bit of safety. They recommend wearing a mask or staying downwind when you're putting these minerals in, so make sure you get your wind right and then tip them in. You don't want a face full of minerals and inhaling it. Let's load her up. I can never get the right string with these bags, guys. This doesn't work. If any of you guys know how to do it, just leave a comment. It'd be greatly appreciated. Sooner or later I reckon I'll get it, but if you guys give me a hand, sooner's always better. If all else fails, just cut it with a pair of scissors. So all the minerals are loaded in now. We'll get it down the bottom. What I plan to do is, because they haven't eaten out a mineral feeder before, I'm not sure whether they can lift that flap up because it's pretty heavy. I'm going to put some grain on either side, so when I let them in tonight, they're quite familiar with the smell of grain, so hopefully they'll put the head under, lift it up, go for the grain, and then have a sniff around what else is in there. So if all else fails, if that doesn't work tomorrow, I may have to lift the rubber flaps up and bolt them together. That way they got access to all the minerals rather than have to lift it up. And once I see them start to use it, then I'll put the flaps down, then they should be able to help themselves. Righto, we'll let them in and see what happens. I notice there's a little fella out beyond the fence. Newborn, probably 3 days old. He must have crawled through the fence and had a bit of sleep. So I'll have to try and round him up and bring him back as well. So I'll open this gate now and see how these girls go in this mineral feeder. Rightio, come on girls. Come on girls. Come on girls. Come on girls. Oh, Min's going up for a sniff. She can smell something. one seems to be real excited about the mineral feeder. Min had a bit of a sniff. Just checking out their new boundaries. That's what cows do when they generally get in a new paddock. They walk the boundaries first. There's Rainy up there with a 3-day-old calf. Got him in pretty easy. Got to be harder than that, but open the gate and walk straight in. Little bit worried about the young calf the first couple of days. Rainy wasn't keeping still too much and wasn't getting a good feed. We weren't sure whether he had taken to the teat, but seems to be getting better now. He seems to be standing a lot more still for him. And before we call it a night, we'll just have a look what condition these minerals are in. So in the morning I can come down. I don't know if they've been licked. They've been dragged across the ground pretty well, so they're pretty flush. So I'll pretty well be able to tell if they've licked them overnight, because as you can see it's pretty flush there. So the ride down has flattened them all out. So it's not going to be hard to tell which one's been licked. Righto guys, I'm going to head up to the house for the night. We'll have a look in the morning, so we'll have a little pause break here guys. Now's your chance to hit the like button, and if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. It should be the little business logo. It should be down in your right hand corner. Righto guys, see you in the morning. Righto guys, now's your chance to hit that like button. If you want to be notified when we make new videos, just hit the notification button, and by all means subscribe if you want to, if you already haven't. Morning everyone, we'll head down and find out if they touched the mineral feeder last night. We come down late last night, about 9:30 before we went to bed, and had a look. They hadn't touched it then, so if they haven't touched it now, we're going to have to revert to phase 2 of the mineral feeder training. We've had a good graze overnight. We have a look at the area before we check the mineral feeder. Pretty well taken, I'd say 50% of the grass. They've laid a fair bit of carbonate, which is good. That's the advantage of having tall grass guys. Look, they're adding that thatch back on the ground. So when it rains, supposed to get 10 mil of rain tomorrow. That thatch, it's going to armour that soil, hold that moisture in longer. That's what regenerative farming is all about. You can see there's still plenty of stubble on the ground. So that's leaving that solar panel. 2/3 of that plant left to capture that sun. Get a bit of rain on top of that, and they grow back twice as fast. So the plant has actually got more leaf matter to absorb the sun and carbon dioxide to grow that plant back and feed the microbes. Righto guys, we'll have a look. Nada, nothing. Nah, all flat. Assuming the other side's going to be the same, so yeah, nah, haven't even licked it. But that's to be expected guys. It's new to them, so it's foreign. I had a sniff at it yesterday, but I think it's going to take a bit to lift that flap up, so I'll hook it up like I mentioned yesterday. See if they come down during the day and sniff it. I know they should come down and eat the grain. Days like this, you wish you're on the beach sucking on pina coladas. Take 2. Don't know why I didn't do that the first time. So take 2 was a success. I reckon they'll definitely be in there now once they sniff that grain out, and hopefully they'll touch the other minerals. So I'll keep an eye on it during the day, and I'll do an update video down the track on how the training's going. So if you want to see the mineral feeder build or what specific minerals I use, because I did go in detail on the minerals I use, the 7 minerals, and also the benefits of those 7 minerals, I'll leave a link at the end of the video for the build and the minerals specifically going in detail. So righto guys, have a good morning, have a terrific afternoon and an awesome evening guys, wherever you're watching this from, and we'll catch you later.